I'm Hugh, and I've worked with James and the team from Watchet House Museum on building this exhibition on the ship. So it was a phone call or an email to Jim, and we decided that we could put in a bid to Amy at the Royal Society of Mathematicians.
Just the Royal Society?
Just the Royal Society. Just the Royal Society. No, not the Society, just the Royal Society. And we were lucky enough to get the money, and Jim then set about with his team building the contents of the exhibition. And we came down, Polly and I, from the ship, and we discussed what could be included, and the idea that there was a link on the tides was pursued, and that's what the exhibition is about. So what came up on the tides, interestingly, but what you might think about the exhibition we need to record, and Amy wants to see what people think about it, and these will be, we'll use these with school groups and so on, and they'll write down what they've learnt or what they haven't learnt or what they thought about the exhibition. So whether it's public or school groups, teachers or whatever, they'll be there. And if you've been on the Waverley or you've been on the Balmoral, scribble it up when you went, right? So use those pens. Don't feel as though it's precious. It's kind of like a graffiti board, and you are in Bristol, which is cool. So I think that covers about everything. But one of the things we're going to do this evening, right, is no pressure, Bill. I can hear them having that discussion anyway. So what we want to do, Harry here will be filming, and we'll record just some of the discussions about people talking about how you would get from one place to another using a liquid highway, using the tides, not necessarily using the wind, but using the tides. So Jim has done an example calculation on there, how long it takes to go from Avonmouth, but the challenge on that board is how you go from Bristol via Avonmouth to Watchet, and you've got to get there at high tide so that your sailboat, your lugger, your yawl will sit down on the beach. You can load up with whatever you can get out of Watchet, and you can then wait for the tide, and then you can come back. So sounds like a simple process. Who fancies trying it, but not in the Balmoral? So it's an abstract mathematical challenge just there, and that will happen. We'll have a discussion, we'll film it, but if you just go by that table and you listen in, you'll hear the discussions going on. All right? Okay. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Watchet, for setting this thing in motion. Thank you.
Well done. I'm a physicist by trade.
Which is
I'm a physicist by trade. So
we can get to there, it will give us 27 nautical miles.
So hour and a half.
well, you have a bit.
It's 2.5 hours.
29. So after my PhD, I left academia.
What's the economical steam?
12, you said it? 12
So I started at the Royal Institution.
2.25 hours.
And I've
Yeah,
worked with
2.25 hours.
as well.
So,
But if you're coming down on Neville tide, you're going to go
coming
faster
down every
anyway.
tide,
So you said 9.53 up there and 10.23 down here?
yeah.
You won't be able to get into Watchet. You won't make it onto one tide.
Yeah, but you would, because you don't know the full tide. But if you've certainly got to come in at half, you'll come in at half tide.
So I would suggest you leave Bristol at about an hour after high water.
Yeah.
So you get the ebb coming down the Avon.
Catch the ebb.
That'll take about an hour and a half or so down to the...
And you're not going to run into trouble here, are you?
Well,
a bit shallow.
No, what you can do, if you look at these white bits, or the very light blue, they're the deep bits. People get the idea of blue from the blue sea, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's shallow.
I think it's just to say into the
Yeah,
proving
but it
process.
also tells you what the chart datum
Yeah,
is and how
it does.
low it is.
5 or 6 there.
And that's without the tide, so you've got the
Yeah,
tide.
that's chart datum.
Lower definitely.
You can pretty well come
If
over
you've
the
got a
top of it.
westerly or southwesterly, you're better off this side of the Culver Sands.
Exactly.